Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring. This is part 26 of our initial run through the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Last time was kind of a patchwork of different clips of me just exploring around. But some notable things we got included... Well, I got this... No. Did I get this last time or did I get it too? I don't know. What I definitely got last time was the Blood Fiend Hexer's ashes gotten from the Rivermouth cave found here on the map. Right next to it, right about here, we also found the Mushroom Seller's Bill bearing 1, letting you purchase mushrooms and red flesh mushrooms. We also got a Ruins map 2nd. I looked at this and it doesn't show anything we didn't already know. At least, not that I can discern. But we also got the Beloved Stardust Talisman for shortens casting speed by the utmost, which is nice. We also got 2 different glintstones, glintstone sorceries, in the Nail and Nails. We also got Rabbit's Cannon, because we finally figured out Rabbit's Rise. It took forever, but we finally figured it out. And we also got Heal from Afar, the incantation, and the Gravebird anklets, along with making it to the Ancient Ruins base, which I'm assuming is how we're going to make it to here, finally. But before that, I'm going to... Now we can come back to this, because that way may lead down a whole new rabbit hole. I don't know for sure, but I've seen some things, like, while exploring. Like, up on that cliff side. And, like, on the bridge. I saw... I think it was over there, at least. So... I'd rather get the map for the area before going and exploring some huge piece of the map. It could be just a small little side area, but I would rather not risk it. That's a big dog. But we have a big sword. And light great swords are so good. It's kind of unfair. Well, he dodged the wrong way. I'm telling you. Ooh, Mesmer Soldier Gauntlets. That doesn't say anything new, though. This path leads back up. So, like I said, I'll deal with going north later. Whether that's later this part or in the next part, we don't know that. I'm assuming that's a thing of 2 enemies fighting. I saw you guys when I was looking up. Or when I was up above looking down, rather. And I didn't record it because that would be way too long. But that's how I knew that you could get up, or that you could get down here. I kind of forgot that I swapped to this. To the curved greatsword. Because I'm so used to the blasphemous blade. And the... Ooh. I didn't realize I was out of stamina. That's... How much stamina does this take, actually? Alright. Not that much. Sir, I would prefer it if you could get down here. Sir? 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 There you go. And I'm not even gonna get a critical hit. But yeah, I've gone with the Blasphemous Blade for so long. This is a normal base game weapon, by the way. So, not too concerned with that. But yeah, I'm so used to the Blasphemous Blade because it has the HP regen upon getting kills. And so I basically just accepted that I was never going to swap away from that because I love HP regen so much that every time I get on, I just forget every time that I swap to this weapon. I'm like, wait a second. This isn't the Blasphemous Blade. What's going on? I didn't make this character. 4 smithing stone, 8. Nice. But yeah, this feels very strange. Like, not having specifically the Blasphemous Blade. Again, it's not even... I don't think you can get down there. Oh, we're close to the map fragment. I thought it was going to be miles away. Apparently not. Oh, maybe you can get down there because of those. Oh, that's where the Fog Rift Catacomb is. Yeah. That makes sense. So, we did that a while ago. But, like, I mean, we're still getting HP regen from Taker's cameo. But the fact that we're not getting it from the weapon is so strange to me. There's gonna be rocks here. And we can get the map fragment. And I mentioned it before, but I never read these, and I don't know why. I think I just forget that you can actually read the map. Like the fragment having like a description. I forget about that part. These giant ruins are flooded, overgrown, and split into 2 by a chasm. To the southwest is the Church of the Blood, overlooking the Tower of Shadow. Uh-huh. Are we finally going to make it here? I say that I turn around because I still want to... I forget what it's called already. Rabbit's Rise. Rabbit's Rise has given me a fixation on those and finding them immediately. That was easy. Somewhere a spirit spring has been unsealed. Where is this gonna send us? Is it gonna send us all the way to the top? Oh, it's probably gonna send us up onto this. Because this was another thing I was looking for. I thought that Fogrift Fort would get you there, because there are these, like, things that go off to the side. But they weren't nearly high enough. Yeah, so it's this. Alright, so I didn't talk about it at the time because I didn't record it at the time. But I was over there by the Church of the Crusade, like over here in this area. And I could see this building, but that was it. And I spent a good like 20 minutes going, okay, do I go through the Fog Rift Fort to get here? No, that's not it. Was there like something in the Fog Rift Catacombs? Like, could I go around, and is this like a giant elevator up? And I just didn't see that in the Fog Rift Catacombs. And it was a whole thing. And like I said, 15, 20 minutes of just me asking myself questions and looking around. So that's why the last part was such a patchwork of clips, because I didn't think that unedited it would be really entertaining. But Northern Nameless Mausoleum, so this is gonna be a boss. We found the western one here, and that gave us it'd be over here. It gave us the Great Sword of Solitude and the Armor of Solitude. And then we found one, it was at the south. Yes, we found the Southern Nameless Mausoleum. And I don't know where the curved swords are. Probably higher than this. Here, it got us the Dancing Blade of Rana and the Dancer set. We also got the Perfumed Oil of Rana tool very close to that. So that's southern, western. Here we found northern. So I'm assuming somewhere around here is going to be the eastern. Okay. But let's head on in. Red Bear. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Because I saw the term Red Bear and thought, there's no way it's going to send one of those, like, Giga Bears after us in this place. But there's no way a normal bear is going to be a boss. Oh, that's what they mean by bear communion. Because there was a thing that said bear communion. And I went, do they mean dragon communion? That doesn't make sense, though. But no, this makes sense. Teehee. I'm gonna L2 you. That's okay, you can heal. Alright. I'm gonna assume that's the only one he has. And the solution to that is just stay away from them. Oh, that worked well. Oh. Probably should have held that second one. And I should probably back up because I am out of stamina. Ow. Yeah, that's like Grail's Roar. And there you go. The Red Bear is down. That gets us 80,000 runes. Bear's Red Claw and the Iron Rivet armor. I almost said Iron River. Let's see. Yeah, that should be fine. But where would that be? Here, alright, so C, strength scaling, E, dex scaling, a bit of blood loss buildup. Alright. Claw of a great red bear wielded without modification by Red Bear, whose name is Lost to Madness. After killing the great red bear in a blood-soaked bout, he became fascinated by the untainted glory of its naked strength. I wish to be a bear, no more and no less. Unique skill, Red Bear Hunt. Slaughters prey with sharp claws in a great swipe of the arm. The attack creates a vacuum which deals continuous damage. Repeated inputs allow for up to 2 follow-up attacks. And then their armor set. Alright, so that helmet has a unique thing, and then the rest are all the same. Helm of the Red Bear, whose name is Lost to Madness. The cheek guards are shaped after lion fangs. Well, lions and bears are 2 different animals, but okay. Perhaps his fascination with the untamed strength of the wild stemmed from his past as a red mane. Of course he was a red mane. Chest armor of the Red Bear, whose name is Lost to Madness. The vest is reinforced with iron rivets. And then these 2 both just say reinforced with iron rivets. After killing the great bear in a blood-soaked bout, he became fascinated by the untainted glory of its naked strength. I wish to be a bear, no more, no less. And we can do this. So, this is what the armor set looks like. This is what the weapon looks like. One-handed. That's the light attack, the heavy attack. Roll, backstep. Alright. That has a lot of gap closers. Especially that, like, starting from the skull. Even after the backstep, we moved a decent bit. Like, that's more range than, like, a normal greatsword swing. Alright, but running light, running heavy, jumping light, jumping heavy, and then 2-handed light combo. Heavy, charged heavy, backstep, rolling, jump light, jump heavy, running light, running heavy. Okay. And then the skill. That's 1, that's 2, and then that's 3. Okay. So it's kind of like the Beast Claw, or at least the same weapon class. But this is more of like neutral in terms of scaling, where it's like it does a bit in the strength and dex, but also you can infuse it to make it whatever you want, whereas this is pure strength. And it seems like a good gap closer, despite its short range, because of how much you lunge with some of the attacks. And it seems somewhat decent for PvP as like a left-handed weapon. So having it like this to be like a backup from your main weapon. So you hit them, they start to run away. And then you can chase and... maybe. But also the skill looked pretty cool. I imagine that the skill would have somewhat decent of a job. Not amazing, but I feel like it could do some... Like, I feel like it could do some poise damage. I feel like it could do a somewhat decent job stunning the enemies. At least smaller enemies. But, cool. Glad I finally found how to get up here. Because, like I said, I spent a decent little chunk of time just completely puzzled on how to get up here. I didn't assume it would be from all the way down here. But, as I said 1 or 2 parts ago, FromSoft is very good. Like, they're very, very knowledgeable and talented in doing a lot of tomfoolery with the map. And bringing you from one place to another place in the weirdest way possible. But they do it in the best way possible. Temple Town Ruins. I don't remember what they're called, but the, like, hyper-mobile enemies. A Curse Blade. That's what they're called. Why do I feel like there's gonna be a Curse Blade just hiding around a corner? Like, this... I don't know why I'm getting the feeling, but I'm very much getting the feeling that there's gonna be a Curse Blade just tucked around a corner somewhere, and it's not gonna be a good time. I also really hope that there's no illusory walls. They wouldn't put a dragon here. They wouldn't do a Gil's Lake twice. Oh, you're big. You're also easily stunnable. So, not as... We can summon Mimic here, I don't like that. Because summoning, like being able to summon, not always, but typically means a boss or at least a difficult combat encounter. Whether that's from a single difficult enemy or from a group of enemies. Which by itself, no issues whatsoever. But when I can't see the difficult enemy or boss, that's when I start getting nervous. Because that's when you start to go, okay, where are they? Why can I summon? What's hidden around here? Ow, rude. Incredibly rude. This goes up. I'm gonna go up here to get the Site of Grace. I'm also going to favorite that because there's still stuff over there. That looks like the blood things. The ones over here at Church of the Blood. We're kind of close to it on the map. Yeah, you can see it here. And no idea how far up this goes. Wait, hold on. Does this go all the way around here? All the way? No, that doesn't make any sense, because I was going to say, like, does it reach all the way over here? That doesn't make sense. That's too much of a gap. Like, FromSoft, they're great with their tomfoolery when it comes to the map. But I think that's just a bit too much of a gap. Again, when I say tomfoolery with the map, I do mean that in the best possible way. They know how to use the map very creatively. And have you... like, give you the ability to see somewhere and go, this looks like the natural path you use to get to there, but that's not actually how you get to there. And so you can see it, but you can't get to it. And then you just lose your mind over not knowing. Hello. And then eventually you do find it, like you do find the path, and you go, oh, it was so simple. I was just looking in the wrong place. Revered Spirit Ash. There's a shack over there. That's here. I'm assuming the shack is at the abandoned ailing village, and I'm not going to look any more into that. Because if I find another place where I can see it but I can't get to it, I'm going to lose my mind. Oh. Okay. Well, not you, you die. Because those guys sometimes give Revered Spirit Ashes or Scadutree Fragments. Okay, so, good news, bad news. Good news is these guys are cowering, which means that they aren't going to try to kill me. Which is good for my health, and that means that I don't have to kill them. I'm assuming that was them being aggroed on me despite being scared. Which is why I lost stamina. But the bad news is that they're scared. Which means they're scared of something, and it's not me. If it is me, they're kind of foolish, because I'm about as scary as a turkey sandwich. I have all the intimidation of an angry chipmunk. I mean, that might be intimidating, because it's like... especially if it's a wild one. They haven't had their shots, they could be carrying something. And if they, like, bite or scratch you, you don't want to get an infection, you don't want to get sick. How do I get into there? Message. I'll be damned if there isn't a way past this wall. FromSoft knows what they're doing. They know mockery, again, in the best possible way. It's an illusory wall, isn't it? I will go around and smack every single wall. These walls will not keep me out. My weapon went through it and I heard something break and I went, aha! Huh. 'Twas not an illusory wall, okay. So it's here on the map. Good, 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 good. Question is, what's here? Oh, dog. Yeah. Bark your little heart out. Bark your little heart out. And Bull Goat's Talisman, I have 59 poise, but each bite still stuns me. There's a purple thing up there. Ow. Now, the colors of the items do kind of confuse me a bit. Because in the previous games, it was just like a white blob. Or like a gaseous liquid type of thing. And typically how it was the rarer the item, the bigger it was, and that's the only indicator you had. And the game, like, Elden Ring does that as well, but in terms of the size and, like, the bigger the ghosty item thing this is, the rarer the item. But there's also different colors. And orange tends to mean, like, the ancient smithing stones, or like golden seeds, or the like super valuable stuff. But I've never figured out purple. Oh, I assume there was another enemy hanging around. Okay. But I've never figured out purple because it seems like it can mean a few things. With the main one being like a crafting item material, which to me is almost synonymous with worthless. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. Could not care less about it. But it can also be other stuff, like a Scadutree Fragment, which is very valuable. So, glad I stopped to look around for that. Oh, we can use Torrent, so we could probably get back up there. Still, glad I stopped to look around to make sure. Small bridge like this where you can be knocked off. Kind of assumed there'd be an enemy around. But yeah, see, like, small... The, like, small white items are usually things of unimportance, like arrows. Oh, it's one of you guys. I have your weapon now. Oh, that doesn't go as far as I thought it would. I rolled too early at one point. And I feel like I should have gotten hit, but I didn't. And then there was another point where I was out of stamina, and I thought I should have gotten hit, but I didn't. So I feel like there's 2 points where I should have gotten hit there, but I didn't. And, I mean, I'll take it. But once again, I feel like I should have gotten hit twice there when I didn't. Please let me up. So, tiny nitpick moment. But I mentioned that a few times, especially going through... it's this way. Especially going through Inir Ilum. I mentioned a few times that those enemies... Well, the shadow enemies down below are very weak. We'll get to this in a minute. Actually, no, we can get to it now. Two-handed sword talisman. I don't know where that would be. Here, enhances attacks with two-handed weapons. Oh, it's a shame that I never do that. A talisman depicting a warrior two-handing a sword enhances attacks with two-handed weapons. The horned warriors were fitting figureheads for the military might of the tower they kept a watch over. Their deft attacks slashing through any and all foes. all 4 of these are really good. I don't need poise. I don't need poise. Come on. Since when do I need poise? Poise is for babies. And I'm not a baby anymore. Alright, but anyways, as I was saying, I mentioned it a few times going through Inir Ilum that the shadow enemies, I get that they're just basic enemies, but they're like too weak. They don't do anything. They're basically just free kills. But they still give you like 1,000 runes. And I mean, at the end of the game, that's not too much. But these enemies are all over the place, so it builds up. I think that's everything here. But yeah, it builds up because of how many there are and how easy they are. $959. And it's just like you can just walk up to them and then just go bam, bam. Nearly 2,000 runes, free as can be. They're basically not even enemies because they don't put up a fight. And you can play absolute garbage and not have to worry because they just don't punish you. Whereas those enemies, the one that wield the sword I have on now, they actually make you think and strategize. And you actually have to play somewhat decently because they will punish you. And I appreciate that. But like, that one didn't really punish me. Not as much as he should have, considering how poorly I played. So, like I said, I will accept the results, partially because they ended in my favor, and partially because it's not like I have any other choice. But not super happy about it. I don't know why it gave me the pop-up there, considering it didn't give me a pop-up going over this way. I see something here. I don't know if this is an offshoot or just like a side way to go or what, but I like sniffing around. So there's pest enemies, but those ones are red. Why are those ones red? Don't know. Don't want to know. This is a treasure chest. I like those. Hey, Storm, that's not good. But do you see what I mean? It's like purple items. Like Scadutree Fragment, very useful. Purple item, like two-handed sword talisman, very good. At least on paper. I don't know how good it'll be. 2 smithing stone 7s. But I don't know how good it'll be in practice. But excited to see because I two-hand a lot. Like, the icon shield has spent more time on my back than in my hand. So I two-hand a lot. And if something can boost that, I'll be very happy. Oh, hello. But two very good items. And both of them are purple. That was rude. Hello. See, like, these random wildlife punish me more than these actual enemies. And it feels like there's something wrong about that. But anyways, like I said, most purple items are very wishy-washy because they can be really good or they can be some random crafting item. Is this the same, like, is this where we got the map fragment or is this somewhere else? This looks like where we got the map fragment. It is because of this. Okay, so that means that we just looped around. And there were two ways to get to that red area. Alright, good, because I completely forgot about this path. Like, I saw it and I went, yeah, but this path looks like it'll have the ruins. And I really want to explore the ruins. And that was expansive enough to make me forget about this section because I'm very scatterbrained. But thankfully it looped in on itself. Oh, you died. Okay. Red buds. I don't know if I want to jump into that. I'm not too concerned with a single pest because they're pretty easy enemies to deal with solo. But multiple. Alright. So we can swap over to this. Blessed Blue Dude Talisman. We get FP back because we only have 11 points into mind. Because I did not do this character well. Alright, so we can go down and forward, or we can go up. Bird? Bird. Bird died. Good for Bird. That bird is alive. Heh. That was rude. Ow. Bad. Bad bird. That bird is alive. The one off to the right, that one may be alive as well. I'm gonna heal. Gravebird's Blackquill armor. Nope. Oh, did we not have the chest piece before? Oh, we did. Alright. Because the last time I said, like, last time we got the pants and I said, ah, good, we finally have the entire armor set. Then we got this and I went, wait, did I not get the chest piece? But we did. It's just that this is a better version of it. It's got extra wings. Alright. Alright, so this has a bit more description. It has an extra sentence. Featuring a cape of black deathbird feathers, it enhances jumping attacks. Oh, that's good. I really like equipment that does that. Equipment that has some kind of secondary effect. So, like, armor pieces that increase a stat, or increase a certain kind of attack, or increase a certain kind of skill or sorcery. Or, like, shields that increase a stat. Stuff like that. I'm wondering if I can get all 5 of these. Ow. Oh, caught him at the very end of that backswing. That was nice. Anyways, I did not get all 5, but I got real close to it. And did better than expected. So I will take that as a win. Alright. Antiquity Scholars Cookbook 1. When I came in here, I thought it was a cave, and then those exploded, and it wasn't a cave, and I thought, alright, well, we're gonna deal with Shadow Militiamen, but then we didn't. So that's nice, I suppose. Fire Sprite Stone. Alright, so that's the, like, flaming bouncy ball. You throw it and it bounces. And it does a little bit of fire damage. Nothing too special, but it's another item that you can have and use if you so desire. Oh, two-handed charge R2 is enough to stand spray. That's very nice to know. I can't do that with both of you, so I'll have to just... Ow. I mistimed that. Didn't mistime those, though. So... moving on. I think I saw a glimpse of an item up here. No, it was just one of the stones. Okay. So, we're closing in on an hour. Watch another one of those guys. So, we are going to have to make the choice between... What do you get? Ash of Ore. The poison flower blooms twice. Is this Scarlet Rot? It is. Alright. Usable on all melee armaments. Alright, the poison flower blooms twice. Conjures stingers of Scarlet Rot from below to stab the enemy. Landing a follow-up attack on a foe already inflicted with poison or rot deals massive damage in one fell swoop. Okay. It's neat, I suppose. Hi. But, yeah, we're gonna have to somewhat quickly make a decision on whether to stop it right around here or to continue on. Which, in favor of stopping, we got a Site of Grace. And don't know how long this will continue to go on for. And so it may go on for a while. In favor of continuing on, it may go on for just a short little period of time. I think I'm going to stop it here. Sir, halt! Ow. Ow. Yeah, look at that. I lost half my health bar. And I lost half my health bar because I didn't play that very well. Partially because I wasn't respecting them, partially because I'm still kind of new to curved greatswords. I don't know them very well. But still, I think we got everything there, so we can favorite this. But I think we can end it here. Bit of a shorter part. And we didn't fight any super crazy bosses. But then again, I'm assuming In-Ear Ilum is going to have probably one or two crazy bosses. Like, it's probably going to have Mikola, I'm assuming. And it's probably going to have someone before Mikola standing in our way, kind of like how the base game had Horalu and then what's his name? Radagon. Kind of like how the base game had Horalu then Radagon. I imagine In-Ear Ilum will have the same thing, where it'll be two crazy bosses back to back. And so I'd rather do a few just like take a breather parts, because the last few parts, like before the last patchwork one, there was a lot of progress. Like, we fought Mesmer, we fought Romina, we went through the entirety of In-Ear Ilum, we finished up Needle Knight Letta's quest. Like, we killed 4 NPCs. Like, we put in a ton of work, we made a ton of progress, and I feel like having a few parts here where we can slow down, just explore some ruins before going on some crazy quest, I feel like that'll be a good thing. So we started out kind of slow, then we sped things up, especially at the peak with like Mesmer and Romina. And then we kind of slowed down, and now we're getting into more of a lull. And so I think a few parts of kind of these slower, more relaxed parts before going back to In-Ear Ilum for the super craziness, I feel like that's what I want to do. Especially since it'll allow us to explore and like find the rest of the map and find the rest of the areas. So I think that'll be a good thing. But anyways, we can end it here. We started out... Oh boy, the map kind of overflows on itself. So I actually don't know where we started. We could have started in a few different places. Where did we start? I think we can do this. Oh boy. Yeah, we started in the Ancient Ruins base. We made it all the way down here to the Temple Ruins. We made it to the Temple Town Ruins. We made it up here to the Ravine North. We got a Scadutree Fragment and the two-handed sword talisman, which, as someone who uses or someone who utilizes two-handing a lot, especially for the big weapons, that's very nice. Getting an extra boost to two-handing is going to be super, super good. We also got the Gravebird's Blackquill armor, which enhances jumping attacks, like the raptor feathers does. So, very nice. And we also almost forgot, but we also found another mausoleum, getting ourselves the Red Bear's Claw, a unique beast claw, along with finding ourselves the Iron Rivet iron set, or Iron Rivet armor set. So, we didn't do anything story related, but I feel like that's still pretty decent progress, and I'm happy with that. So, yeah.